Hi, welcome to another episode of Trail House. This is Simo. Today I am going to review a 12-volt fan that will help you with the summer heat in your camper RV. As long as you have a 12-volt system, it is a hardwire fan, so it's not going to use batteries. It's not going to be a rechargeable fan. So if you do have at least a source like a battery source, a 12-volt system or a 24-volt system, because you can actually hook this up to a 24-volt system, it works great. And I don't think a lot of people know about this fan. I have had so many 12-volt fans or battery operated fans, and this one that I'm going to talk about is the best so far for me. This fan is called Sirocco, and it is, I think, the second generation, I think, from just those numbers there. This is a Canadian made fan. I purchased this, I think, the first one, I bought this one on Amazon for about $100. They're pricey, and then they went up in prices, and they go up and down, and I haven't seen them go below $100. I may be mistaken now, I haven't checked recently, but I paid almost $120 for the second one. Again, this is not a sponsored video. Like I said, you heard me saying I paid for these fans. I bought the first one when I was converting my trailer, and I used it for about 8 months because I wanted to test the reliability of the second one, and I was happy with the results and the performance of the first one, so I decided to go ahead and purchase the second one. Like I said, there's no affiliation here, so I don't have, in terms of pricing, let's just get that out of the way. Again, I paid $100 for the first one, and the second one I think I paid probably about $110 or $120. So I don't recommend paying $200 because I have seen them selling for up to $200 a piece. I don't recommend that. Just keep an eye on the price, because it will eventually drop to about $100, maybe $120, something like that. Then you can purchase them if you like. Now, the best time to purchase these fans, because I think, like, again, I didn't buy them at the same time. I bought the first one I think in December, so I think paid maybe just slightly below $100, less than $100. But again, they can go all the way up to $200 if you're trying to buy them you know, like in June or July or August. So just be mindful of that. Before I show you the fan and talk about the specs, I want to talk about the manual here. So this is really a well-written manual, very nice, very clear instructions. The installation is just really nice. Again, compared to some other manuals that I've had, and I do keep the manuals for every piece of appliance that I buy, and this is one of the best ones. It's well written, and also will help you with the specs, and it has all the information that you need. So this is really a good, well written manual. So let me go ahead and turn the camera around and show you the fan. And as you can see, I've got one on the right and one on the left. And I decided not to put a fan here, and I'm going to talk just a little bit more about that, because I know I mentioned this in other videos, but let's just talk about why I installed these fans. This one right next to the window, and I do have the other one also right next to the window. Because these fans, you can turn them side to side, up and down, you can, you know, turn them around. I'm going to show you here in a moment. This is the reason why I wanted this fan to be close to the window, because I do want to take advantage of the airflow. I can let me just turn this off and show you what I'm talking about. See, I can turn it like that and turn it back on, and all I'm doing, I'm utilizing the window to help with the airflow. I can pull air, or I can push air out of the trailer if I want to. This is huge for me. When I first installed these windows, I knew that I was going to have these fans right next to them because of that. So just keep that in mind. If you already have existing windows, this might be a good option for you, especially if you don't want to install a roof fan because of obvious reasons. The main one for most people is just they're afraid of leaks and future problems, and that was one of the concerns that I had. My second concern was the real estate on the roof of the space on the roof of the trailer. I don't have enough. I do have my solar panels, and I plan on adding more solar panels, so I really don't want to take up space from the solar panels. So those are two main reasons why I decided not to go with this ceiling fan, and I opted for this option. And again, this is just an amazing fan. It is a 3-speed fan. You've got 1, 2, 3. This is medium and this is high, and then you can turn it off. Just one button. Now this button here, this is, you can program the fan to run up to 12 hours. You can do 3 hours. Each bar represents 3 hours of running time, so up to 12 hours. And you will be able to see, once you push the button, you will be able to see a blue light, and then you can tell from a distance that it's going to run for 3 hours, like that first one, and then watch, it's going to move to the second one. That's 6 hours, 9 hours, and then 12 hours. Very nice. This control panel here, they have the exact same control panel on this side, and that is just, I thought that was just really a nice feature for them to add that on that side as well, to access the fan from the other side. The other the thing that I want to highlight is the quality of the fan. It is mainly just plastic, but it is a high quality plastic. You can tell just by touching the fan, by moving it around, you can tell it is not a cheaply made. It's very solid, well-built fan. Again, I am not affiliated. Again, I just, you know, again, this is my own fan, so I'm just giving you an honest review so you can decide if this is an option. If you want to go with this option, this might be something that might help you in a long run, even though the price is you know, higher than most fans that I've even owned. But even me, I was debating the price, and I said maybe this is way overpriced. But I can tell you at $100, $200, again, it might be a little bit too much, but at $100, I think it is worth it, in my opinion. And one thing that I want to mention here is the maximum airflow is 140 CFM. For those asking about the maximum airflow, that's obviously on the highest setting. What I do like about this is a locking mechanism. So once you put it however you want to do it, you can turn it around, you can do whatever, and then this is a locking mechanism. And then what I like about this, it has 3, you can just move it just about any direction. It is incredible, very super nice. It's how do I put this? It has 3 adjustment points. Okay, so the first one is this right here. So this is the first adjustment point. So basically you can move it side to side. That's what I mean. So this is the first adjustment point. The second adjustment point is right here. Okay, you can move it up or down. And then the third adjustment point is right here, so I can turn it side to side, and as you can see, it is just an incredibly flexible fan. Now it works great for me because I do have 2 of them. I can use one to pull air in, and one of them I can push air out, because this one here, even though it's in this position, what I like about this one, as you can see, you can sit here on the couch, and I can have that one facing me, and I can have this one blowing air, you know, on my back, and it just feels comfortable. I can tell you that even today, which is a very hot and humid day, as you can tell, it's almost 100 degrees here in Atlanta. and humidity is just unbelievable, and there's no air whatsoever. It's just humid, humid, and humid, but it feels comfortable in my camper now as I'm making this video. So that tells you, you know, that direct air, that's another advantage why I like these fans. You don't have to get these, just the idea of having a fan blowing air in your face or in your body, you know, that's something that you really don't have to, you know, don't neglect that piece, because I do like that direct air on me. I like to, you know, like you know, like this one here, for example, when I sit here on this couch and I have that air, that breeze, I can feel that it makes me feel comfortable. Even on the hottest day, that I can still feel somewhat comfortable because of that. I don't just use these fans to exhaust hot air, just to push hot air out of the camper. I want some airflow. I want some movement inside the trailer, and I do like that. And I think between these two, they really do an amazing job getting some airflow inside the camper, and it doesn't feel like it's just humid and hot and there is no air circulating. And I think this is a huge deal for me. Now, in addition to these two, and again with this one I can use it as well to exhaust the smoke, because this is the kitchen right here. So what I can do, I can turn it around like that, and I can, if I, you know, create some smoke, I can just turn it like that, and within 10-15 seconds I can get rid of all the smoke. Very nice to have. Also with the travel mode, I can just turn it off like that and push it against the wall and lock it in place, and it doesn't move. Very nice. I like that. So let me turn it back on because we need a lot of airflow. So I have noticed now that even when I turn them off just for a few moments, just to show you, I can feel the impact immediately. I mean, that is just how effective these fans are. Again, look at this temperature here. That's just, it's incredible. But again, this is Atlanta, and when, you know, it's June and it just feels like it's 150 degrees because of the humidity. Here's another weather station, and I've got it like at 96 degrees. I mean, outside. I mean, but the humidity is just incredible. But these fans do provide really nice airflow inside the camper. Now, in addition to these two fans, very quickly, this passive ventilation, I'm gonna make a video and talk about this more, but this is something that is just a hole in a floor with a lid that I can secure it, screw it in, and that will keep it, you know, basically just, you know, if I'm driving on a dirt road, just keeps the dirt outside. But this is also has a screen, and it's a dual screen. One screen is designed for mosquitoes and bugs, and the other screen is it's a galvanized steel that is very effective for rodents. I have never had a problem with this, and I can tell you, just putting my hand right here without any, this is what I call passive ventilation, because it just really doesn't have anything that moves air, but I can feel the air breeze, the breeze of air, just, it's incredible. In this hot humid day, on this hot humid day, I can still feel a very nice breeze of air, which is really nice. I do keep this open all the time, even when I park my camper in my driveway. As you can see, I'm actually just in my driveway, and even when I keep it here and close all the doors and the windows, this camper stays really nice and it smells nice because of that passive ventilation. And then I do close these windows again because, you know, rain and things like that, but I don't have to shut off these fans. I can program them to run for 12 hours. All I have to do, just open the door, come in, program them to run for 6 or 9 hours or 12 hours and leave, knowing that they're going to stop at some point. But this thing stays open all the time. It smells nice, it smells fresh inside the camper. I have never had a problem with mold or mildew. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the specs. Let me just put the camera down so I can give you the specs. All right, so on it, because this is a 12-volt system, what I have, so you could use this for a 12-volt system or a 24-volt system. For a 12-volt system, These fans are so effective, so efficient, that it's just incredible. I have never had a problem with them. I only use 112 volt 100 amp battery, lithium iron phosphate battery, but it uses a lot of it provides power for a lot of other things, like the 12 volt fridge, have recessed lights, I have bathroom you know, outlets and things like that. So it's not just the fans. But just give you an idea about the consumption, the power consumption. On a low setting, for a 12 volt system, on a low setting, it draws 0.12 amps. And on a medium, it draws 0.22, which is 0.22. On the highest setting, it draws 0.35. So you can see it is very, very efficient. For the 12 volt system, it's basically you take those numbers and you divide them by half, except for the highest setting. Okay, so for the low setting is 0.06, the medium setting is 0.11, and the highest setting is 0.21. So on the highest setting, it's just slightly over the half of what the 12 volt would consume, because the 12 volt is 30.35 on the highest setting, but the 24 volt is 0.21, which is slightly higher than half of the 0.35, if you know what I mean. But if you do have a 12 volt system, this is so efficient, it's so reliable. Again, I have not had a chance to contact the company to talk about like the warranty, or I have not had a problem with them to troubleshoot or do anything. Again, it is just an amazing product. So again, this is not an affiliation with anybody. This is just my own product. Again, just keep an eye on the prices because they go up and down. The highest I've seen is $200. The lowest is $100. I paid $100 for the first one, but I had to test it for about 8 months and I was very happy with it. When I decided to buy the second one, it was slightly expensive than the first one, but not by much. But I had to watch the price for at least 6 weeks because they were selling them for you know, $180, $200, and I thought that was a little bit, you know, crazy to double the price within just a few months. But the prices went down, and then I decided to purchase that second one for about $110 or $120. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't outrageous increase. Again, they work great. You don't have to move them around. They stay on the wall. I like that. My trailer is only 6 by 12. They work great. They don't take up a lot of space. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.